Ready, set, hot! Ready, ready! Put hard! Down! Put hard! Down! Go! Put hard! Hut, hut, hut! Here we go! Hut! Hey! Put hard, hut! Down! Ready, 20, hut! Ready, set, hot! Ready, ready, put hard! Down, put hard! Down, move! Put hard, hut, hut, hut! Here we go, hut! Ready! White, 29, white, 29! Set hot! Ready, ready, put hard! Down, put hard! Down, put hard, hut, hut, hut! Here we go, hut! Ready, shift! Put hard, hut! Down. Ready! Blue 30! Red 20! Hut! Ready! Set hot! Ready, ready! Go! Put hard! Down! Put hard! Down! Put hard! Jujitsu! Red 20, hot! Ready! Set hard! Ready, ready! Hot, hot! Down! Hot, hot! Down! Hot, hot! Hot, hot, hot! Here we go! Hot!
Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hits the hole. It's Davison. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dante Moore. They're all over him. Left side, it's Johnson. Break. He smashes his way through again. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Davison.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Rides to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Throws to the tight end. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, break out the oxygen tanks. At the 20. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Great place to start for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacy. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Escapes the pressure going right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tough run here. It's Lacy. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Disappointing for the defense here because they knew they were going to see option in this game, and they had practiced and repped against it so many times, but it's one thing to do it against your scout team, and it's another thing to do it in live game situations against this type of offense. They're struggling right now. That's their second rushing touchdown they've allowed.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Davison. Turning it on. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, to take a breath and exhale.
And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those 2 guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are a committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having Moore come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Finds his target. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The trickeration, the flea flicker, the gadget play, such chicanery and shenanigans and duplicitous dealings from this offense. David, how do you describe it?
Well, first I need a dictionary to understand what half of those words mean, but I kind of go with the Statue of Liberty. That's easy to understand. It's got more meaning behind it than just football. The Statue of Liberty is by far the best.
And right down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. On the ground with the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking for a crease. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right side, it's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. RPO complete. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Motion from the wideout. Run in the red zone, it's Davison. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got him in the flat. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Running room in the middle. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels. saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Throwing more. Out wide left, it's Hooks. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Now here's Moore. Finds his man down the middle. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's running free down the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses, you've seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Dropping back, it's Chambliss. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Turns into the pile. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Turns it upfield. He finds his way out to the 13-yard line, and they're out of trouble with a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
1st and 10 from their own 13. Got an alley. He's got enough. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
At the 42. And first down for the offense.
And the Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's Moore to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Moore will throw. Rush right in his face. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Making the adjustment. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to the quarterback. Rush is on. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. One more snap coming before halftime. Running inside, it's Lacy, and he's brought down after a short gain. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Colorado taking on the Sacramento State Hornets. And it's the Buffs looking to push their record to 7-0. And you do that, you essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field, trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
214 close. 214 close. Kill. 886 bouncing. 886 bouncing.
Back to pass, it's Chambliss. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
On the ground, it's Davison. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Moore with the play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, 2 great plays in a row by the defense, and if I'm on the coaching staff offensively, David, I'm starting to wonder, okay, how can I protect my quarterback? Do we need to move the pocket, change the launch point? Do I got to get the ball out of his hands quicker? Because right now, it doesn't look like my offensive line can hold up.
Nah, and when your offensive line can't hold up, there's a lot of things you can do, right? You can keep more guys in to protect. You can try to be a little bit more play action, run the football, keep them off balance. But 2 plays in a row, 2 dominant wins, 2 big sacks to really get this offense going the wrong direction.
Still looking to his right. Pulls it in on the right. Finds a seam. Tag. Touchdown, Rebels. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Second and long here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moore from the gun on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Fourth down, Moore. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Straight ahead, it's Lacy. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Lets it fly. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Off play action on first down. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore, play action. And he avoids the sack.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Wide open, he makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today has been absolutely outstanding.
He's got it. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go.
Makes a grab and room to run. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Here comes the two-point try. Moore. Stepping to the right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the counter. Sees a crease. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback changing the play. Off play action. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Hooks. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Long way to go on second down. Throwing Moore. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Third and long right here. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. Fires left. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the red zone, it's Lacy. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Hits inside, it's Lacy. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He's changing the play. Drops back, it's Chambliss. He's got it on the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it on fourth down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Keeps it himself and gets to first. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Ducks will have it first and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Left side, it's Moore. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll go play action with Moore. Buying time to his right. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Moore will throw. Out wide left, it's Moore. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and long coming up. Quick give. It's Lacey. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.